Hey everyone, this is Patrice with the Positivity Corner, and I'm back with yet another video. It's good to be back. As you may have seen on my community page, not only did I take a break, but I went to the Caribbean for a much needed mini vacation. And now I have returned. We're going to talk rock for a little bit for the next series of reactions. Starting off with these gentlemen here. Of course, this is an old picture of them. They have been together, folks, since the early 1970s. Over 50 years. One of the best American hard rock bands to ever do it. Of course, I'm talking about the one and only Aerosmith, the pride of Boston, Massachusetts. I say that because they were formed in the early 70s in Boston. Steven Tyler and Joey Kramer, of course, are from New York. They met in New York, relocated to Boston to join the rest of the group. And of course, the rest is history. They are legendary for sure. I will say this, though. They are very influential on the bands that came after them. They themselves were influenced by people like the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, the Yardbirds. You get the drift. But they themselves influenced a boatload of hard rock acts that came out 10 years after they did. Those 80s bands, of course. People like Van Halen, Skid Row, Warrant, Guns N' Roses, yada, yada, yada. All of those bands and many others credit Aerosmith for influencing them. It's always a cycle, isn't it? Everybody influences everybody else in music. I love it. As I said, they are pretty legendary. They're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The iconic frontman Steven Tyler and guitarist extraordinaire Joe Perry, who have co-written a song or two, are in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. They've won 4 Grammy Awards, all of them in the 1990s, folks. And they have estimated sales of over 150 million plus records in a 50 plus year career. Yeah. I say they do all right for themselves, don't you? And of course, we have their music. They don't have a lot of albums, but they've got some pretty good ones, and they've got some that sold a boatload. Particularly, I think, in the 80s and 90s for them. Of course, you have the iconic Steven Tyler. I'm going to talk a little bit about a slight tie I have to Steven Tyler at the end of this video that I think you'll find a little bit interesting. in 1973, after they had gotten their record deal, they came out with a self-titled album. This song that I'm going to play, though, it's not a hard, rocky kind of song. This is a power ballad and a damn good one. I remember when this first came out in 1973. Everybody ran out to get it. Everybody was singing it. It became a staple of the emerging classic FM radio. And you still hear it, folks, all these years later. I actually heard this song on internet radio maybe about 2 months ago. It still gets played. Why? Because it's a damn good song. It's done well. It's got interesting lyrics. Steven Tyler, he sings the hell out of it. The band is playing very well. It's just a good overall song, period. A lot of people have reacted to this. I'm getting on board, so to speak, with it. It's one of my favorite songs by them. And what's so interesting is that it came from the first album. And it is a concert staple for them, certainly. They would not be able to get out of the building unless they played it. Yeah, it's one of those songs. It's definitely a signature song for them. And it was so early in their career, which makes it so interesting as well. This is Aerosmith with a classic. And this one is called Dream On.
Every time that I look in the mirror, all these lines in my face getting clearer. The past is gone, it ran by like dust to dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got the dues in life to pay. Yeah. Sing with now, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with now, just for today, maybe tomorrow, good love and take it away. Sing with now, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with now, just for today, maybe tomorrow, the good love and take it away. I know nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. I know everybody says you got to lose to know how to win. Half my life's in books, written pages, living, learn from fools and from sages. You know it's true. All the things come back to you. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today, maybe tomorrow, good love and take it away. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing with me,
Oh, yeah, that's a classic, y'all. Wow. Aerosmith. Dream on. Fact. That song was released initially in 1973. And it did fairly well on the Billboard Hot 100. It went up to number 59. It's pretty good. I mean, considering, they're a new band, this is their debut album, 59 is not bad for the top 100. However, the song got re-released 2 years later in 1975. Went all the way to number 6. I don't know why it did so much better the second time, but, who knows? These record companies, Public ate it up, and the rest, of course, is history for Aerosmith. It's a signature song for them, for sure. I want to talk a little bit about my very slight tie to Steven Tyler. Steven Tyler. Tyler is his stage name. His birth name is Tallarico. He lived in Yonkers, New York. I lived in the Bronx. I went to school in the Bronx. I went to parochial school in the Bronx. I was very close to what you call the city line into Yonkers and Mount Vernon, New York. Steven Tyler's father, Mr. Tallarico, was a music teacher at my high school. He was my music teacher, and I'm sure that Steven Tyler has heard from hundreds and hundreds of his father's students over the years. He was a really, really smart man who loved music. He was trained at Juilliard. He was a classical pianist and a damned good one. He taught us about music. He gave us some valuable life lessons too. And I'm forever grateful to Steven Tyler's father, Mr. Tallarico, my music teacher in high school, for giving us the gift of his wisdom, his brilliant piano playing. And I distinctly remember him saying that his son was in a rock band. Yeah, I just wanted to tell that story. 6 degrees of separation, y'all. We all know each other down the line. And if by some chance of fate Steven Tyler ever sees this video, just know that your dad was something special. He really was. And we thought he was a pretty cool dude. Yeah. And as I always say on this channel, Steven Tyler, I see where you got your performance chops from, because your father was really a brilliant pianist. He really, really was. As always, this is Patrice with the Positivity Corner. If you like what you heard and saw in this video, please click the like button. Don't forget to share. I love when you share. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Positivity Corner. Don't forget to subscribe, though, and hit that notification bell before you head on out. And check out my alternate channel. If you like Disco and House, it's called Club Classics Revisited with yours truly, PM Coleman. Check it out. I'll be back with some more from the legendary Aerosmith. Take care, everybody.